we join our humble crew as they ascend a level to learn more about their predicament. There was a creaking sound as the fearless adventurers ascended the narrow staircase, each step bending under their weight as they climbed. The eyes of the explorers immediately focused on the sleeping guard as soon as they reached the next level, whose grip was slack around a rifle that had a very long range of aim. A gleam of desire shone in each boy's eyes as he longed to have the weapon. But Polly, ever mindful that she should keep them in check, gestured for them to hold back. It was clear from her gaze that she was determined to scout the floor first, and her companions were reluctantly following her lead as she silently moved past the slumbering guard. On the other hand, Voltin seemed to have forgotten how important it is to be stealthy in order to achieve success. With bold confidence he strode forward, the sound of his metallic footsteps echoing through the corridor. In response to his audacity, a fierce roar erupted from the shadows as a formidable figure appeared, the first mate. Polly, driven by an instinct for self-preservation, pushed Varan to the ground in a desperate bid to escape the first mate's wrath. As a result of an extremely lucky stroke of fortune, the crew managed to convince the first mate of their supposed incompetence as new crew members. Voltin, perhaps as a result of the close call he had, suddenly developed a knack for sneaking, much to the relief of everyone around him. Once again, Polly took the initiative and guided the group to the other end of the ship with a newfound sense of caution. A giant arachnid was lurking within the cells as they approached them, and Varan issued a grave warning about it as they got closer. A quick sprint by Polly, unwilling to be face to face with the creature, prompted the others to follow suit and make a hurried dash to catch up with her. It was easier to negotiate the next series of cells, although Malachi's keen eye caught sight of a gorilla staring back at them from one of the enclosures as they proceeded further. Further along, 4 prisoners occupied separate cells, each with their own complaints about the abysmal food. There was one with dark skin, another who sounded ancient, the third with the same opinion about the poor quality of the food, and the fourth with a voice that was strangely perplexing. Despite their pitiful attempts at pretending to be crew members, the prisoners appeared convinced enough and admitted that they too had been framed. Of course, their shady demeanor didn't do much to garner sympathy from the adventurers. After they decided that they had gathered all the useful information they could, the group sneaked back towards the other hallway in order to continue their search. It was still impossible for Voltin to avoid the occasional creak and crack that accompanied every move he made despite his newly acquired stealth skills. They stepped into the kitchen where there was an aroma of something delicious filling the air as they entered. It was, however, just a smell for Polly, and she didn't pay much attention to it. While Malachi, ever cautious, chose not to eat, the rest of the group, however, could not resist the tantalizing soup that was being served. Varan, in particular, found it to be an almost dangerously delightful chowder. In the course of eating, the squad got to know a bit more about the formidable captain who was commanding the ship. In true Polly fashion, Polly took advantage of the opportunity to pilfer from a nearby chest, leaving it open and emptied in the middle of the floor, a conspicuous sign that she had taken what she needed. Having sated their appetites and piqued their curiosity, the group prepared themselves to proceed towards the stairs, bracing for what lay ahead as they prepared to take on whatever was lying in store.